Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. When people hear that my wife and I live in separate homes, the reaction is usually jealousy, incredulity, or both. People's most common questions, first thing is, why do you do it? Well, it allows us freedom while we can still retain connection. It's the same reason that people date but don't live together. An ancillary reason is that I am more intense. I like debates and discussions, and my wife prefers more quiet time during our after-work hours. And sleeping is easier. We sleep when we want, at the temperature we want. Another question that's always asked is, how long have you been living apart? About 25 years now. They ask, how far do you live from each other? 45-minute drive. They ask, how often do you see each other? Well, people are shocked to hear that I drive up to see her every weeknight, and I stay around 2 hours and then drive back to sleep in my place. And on the weekend, we spend about twice that, an average of 4 hours, usually starting around 6 p.m., so I can work during the day and have the evening with her. They ask, what do you guys do together? Well, on a typical weeknight, we'll hear about each other's day, take a walk, watch TV or a movie, usually part of a movie, play gin or just hang out. On the weekend, we'll do some of that, but we'll also usually do something like see a play or get together with another couple for dinner. My wife is a fine cook, and I'm not a bad conversation inciter. I guess I just call that, inciter of conversation may make it clearer. Anyway, they ask, does living apart affect your sex life? No, it's neither absence makes the heart grow fonder, nor out of sight, out of mind. They ask, doesn't living apart make cheating more likely? In theory, but I don't cheat, and I don't think my wife does. But even if she did, I think that although it would make me sad for sure, I don't think I would fight about it. I would express my sadness. We would talk about whether we need to do anything different in our relationship. Maybe, maybe not. And then after that, I would try not to think about it. They ask, does living apart impede closeness? No, as I said, because we have somewhat different tastes in how we choose to spend our time, seeing each other in small doses is a plus. We don't think our relationship is more distant because we're geographically distant. They ask, isn't it expensive to have two households? Yeah, it can be. Of course, it depends heavily on how expensive a place each person chooses to live in. They ask, isn't it hard to maintain two households? Yeah, that is a minus, but you get used to it. My wife and I consider that only a moderate minus. And they ask kind of a catch-all question, do you find any other major advantages in living apart? Well, my wife works near where she lives, and I work near where I live, so there's no commute. Yeah, at night I drive to see her, but then there's no commute traffic. In fact, I should explain, even though a lot of my career counseling and personal coaching clients are remote, still I established my practice in Oakland, the San Francisco Bay Area, and I still have a significant percentage of people from that area, and some like to meet with me in person, and we meet, I have a lovely backyard, and we meet there. So I thought I'd explain that. Anyway, so that's why I say I work near where I live. I work actually where I live, in my backyard of my home, or I write in my home. But anyway, so I have no commute. And at night, yeah, I do drive to see her, but at that point, by 8 o'clock or whatever, there is no commute traffic. In fact, that effortless 45-minute drive provides me with enforced relaxation, which I appreciate. On the drive, I'll listen to an audiobook or podcast or music or just veg in silence. I happen to find driving calming. And then finally, they ask me, are there any other disadvantages to living apart? I don't think so. I'm glad that we can afford to do it. We've been together for 49 years now, and half of those years have been living apart. And we think that it's been a plus, net plus, for our marriage and our individual happiness. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.